Good morning, welcome to the Daybreak Show. I am the Sultan. We'll get started, but first, coffee. Oh, how perfect. It got colder outside. It's much colder here in the cozy nook than it is in the rest of the house. I'm starting to become a parody of myself, I think. As soon as I said that, it reminded me of Greg's Garage when he did the parody of me. Hold on, I'm petting a cat right now. Hey, good boy. But it is a little bit colder on this side of the kitchen than it is in the rest of the house. I was also thinking about coffee. I was grinding my coffee this morning in a hand grinder, then you put it in the French press. And as soon as I took the top off the grinder and smelled the coffee, that smell is what I'm going for. The brewed coffee smells good, but the real killer smell is right after you grind it. Just that little bit of a ritual is worth it. Yeah, definitely. So different than just opening up a bag or a can of coffee. Do you need a fill-in speaker? Apart from regular speaking engagements, I also am available as a fill-in speaker for your conference, your retreats, your association meetings. There's times when speakers have to cancel because things happen. You are in a bind. You need someone to come to the conference, the retreat, the association meeting. Who do you call? You call me and see if I'm available. And then you don't skip a beat. Opening a gym that costs $50 a month is going to appeal to a different customer than the $10 a month gyms. Think about that, especially if it's a specialized gym. What is some of your wisdom on that? One of the gyms that I've belonged to for a long time is the $10 a month place. And there definitely is a different vibe. It seems like at the chain gyms, there's always people that are trying to lose weight at any gym, but it seems like the same people are trying to lose weight all the time. Like they never really get there. They're just always losing weight. What are you doing? Oh, I'm trying to lose weight. Well, you told me that 5 years ago. And you don't look any different, but you're still wearing Walmart gray sweats. You're on the treadmill for 40 minutes. The sweats are soaking wet, but you're still not losing weight. I've seen that year after year after year after year. It's almost as if it's that Yoda thing. Do or do not, there is no try. If you're trying to lose weight, that is also a thing, a state of always trying, rather than being, doing, and accomplishing and moving on to the next thing. There's something to be said about not using the word trying when describing yourself. During my conversation with him, he said we have a low-stress marriage. That struck me literally to the point where I got silent, and I know he must have looked at me as I stopped and got quiet. I said, that's going to have to be another podcast. He said we have a low-stress marriage. It's almost like my relationship fasting moment that I came to, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I saw the wisdom of having spaces in your togetherness. He got married at 38, I believe. He's now 51. Doesn't that sound good to you? A low-stress marriage. So, it got me thinking, what could be the contributing factors to a low-stress marriage? They're both a little bit older. They're unified in their mission with children. His new business, or I should say maybe their new business, because obviously when one person is in business, it really is a family business if you think about it. I'm not talking about working a job somewhere. I'm talking about, for instance, the fellow that I'm speaking of is the guy that owns the gym. You take the money from your family that you accumulated, you pour it into what was once a giant garage looking, warehouse looking thing, and turn it into a beautiful gym. That is no joke. It cost a lot of money to do that. I can imagine that the wife is thinking, boy, I hope this pays off. I hope we can make money on this because we're dumping a lot of our money into this. So it is a family business. He works out daily and relieves stress. We're talking about the low stress marriage. He's always helping people get better. Always. That's what he does. When his mouth is moving, there's positive words coming out of it. He picks up the kids from school, contributes to the family when and where he can, has the freedom to be able to do that. What are other contributing factors to a low stress marriage? That is so attractive to me. Doesn't that even just sound good, a low stress marriage? Yeah. Psalm 34:18, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. I'm too sacred for the sinners, and the saints wish I would leave. Now I'm stuck here in the middle. Everything is in a jam. Stuck right in the middle, doors on both sides seem to slam. No one seems to want me, only God will take me like I am. Mark Hurd, 1981. Actually, that's from one of my most favorite albums. I believe it's called Stop the Dominoes by Mark Hurd. And I heard he passed away as well, which was kind of a shock because that album is unbelievable. If you get a chance to find the album Stop the Dominoes, put out in 1981, I think you'd like it. Make yourself irreplaceable. How do you do that? Here's the basics. Walk with a spring in your step. Literally, a spring in your step. Walk 25% faster than everyone around you. As a matter of fact, walk with a little bit of a sense of urgency. If you have seen me in action out and about, or have been at conferences with me, or have seen me at work, I walk a little bit fast. There's nothing casual about the way that I operate. I always walk a little bit faster than everyone else. Always have a sense of urgency, or look like I have a sense of urgency. And I'm always smiling. Always. Always happy, always smiling. Why? Because your smile is the key that unlocks doors of opportunity. You are more approachable. Things happen for you. Doors open to happy people. If you practice these things, you are already 95% ahead of everybody else. Think about it. And it's free. And you can do it. And you can start today. You can start now. And your life will improve that much more. Your life tomorrow can be that much better than your life today, if you smile and operate with a sense of urgency. Doesn't sound real profound, does it? But it does work. On the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac. A little voice inside my head said, "Don't look back, you can never look back." Don Henley, 1984. What song was that? Put your answer down below. I'm giving you a little quiz here. More studies show cannabis has life-saving and healing qualities. There's a reason why cannabis is so easily cultivated. It's useful, therapeutic, and it's a gift in plain sight. Whenever man gets a hold of anything, so many times with our legislation and nonsense and politics, we block God's plan. I'm not talking about being a pothead. I'm talking about the actual medical use. I'm not talking about, I need to smoke pot to relieve my stress. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. That's just being a pothead. Let's get real. I'm talking about the actual use, the application of cannabis, of THC in cancer studies and things like that. Yeah. Helplessly hoping, her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word, gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit. He runs, wishing he could fly, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Stephen Stills, 1969. Listen to me. I've said this before. The four best years of music ever, of contemporary music, I would say, are 1968, 69, 70, and 71. Those 4 years, some really great music came across the airwaves. Those were obviously vinyl years, but if you just look at the Billboard charts for 1969, 68, 69, 70, 71, the music is amazing. Absolutely amazing. This bike is called a bone shaker. You know why they called it a bone shaker? Take one guess. Prince Harry. Blink 3 times and special ops will come and save you. You are the steward of a fresh new start every day. You keep getting second chances. You're on your 14th one already this year. You keep getting second chances over and over and over. You got 365 of them last year. Did you use them? Finish your coffee, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daybreak Show, the home of sanity, clarity, and reason.